Hey everybody, Notorious here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you a really cool technique for redirecting. This is a retrievable redirect that you can tie in the canopy, and let's get right to it. So let's pretend that you have installed either a canopy anchor or a basal anchor in the canopy of a tree, and now you have moved around and decided you want to redirect off of this union here. Let me show you how you can do that in a way that you can retrieve from the ground. First, you're going to take a large bite and flip it over the union. The next step is to tie half hitches around this bite. So, got one half hitch, and then I like to change the direction of my half hitches when I make them. And then we've got two half hitches, and you're going to want to space them out by about 2 or 3 inches. And then you could be finished. You could descend off of this redirect with only 2 half hitches. Personally, I like to be a little more cautious, so I'm going to put one more half hitch in. You could do 4 or even 5 if you wanted to. There's no real limit that I'm aware of. At some point, friction is going to overcome your ability to pull it out. I don't know at what point that occurs, but I know I've done this with as many as 4 half hitches and it's pulled out just fine. So one important safety note is right now, the union we're redirecting off of is pretty substantial. It is safe to say that this can comfortably support my weight on its own. However, if you were to be climbing on something that was smaller, perhaps something you might not want to descend off of on its own, then it's going to be important to get the slack out of the strand there between your main tie-in point and your redirect so that you can equalize the load as best as you possibly can. This redirect, it's not particularly easy to do that, but it can be done. So just something to consider. So next, you're almost finished. I'm going to take a carabiner now and a pulley. You could also use one of the pulley beaners, you know, like a Hetzel Row Clip Z or a DMM revolver or revolver rig. You could also just use a carabiner on its own, but I'm using this DMM Pinto pulley and this DMM Ultra O carabiner. I'm going to feed down this leg of line until it reaches the ground, and then I'm going to capture this strand with the Pinto pulley. Next, I'm going to put this carabiner through the side plates, and then I'm going to put this carabiner onto the strand leading back to my main tie-in point. Now, if you are going straight down to the ground, you could just feed the tail down parallel with the climb strand that you'll be descending on, and they'll be right together where you need them to be when you reach the bottom. But if you're taking a more circuitous route, then you definitely want to take this strand here, the tail, and attach it to either maybe your lower D or your side D or anywhere on your harness, really, just so long as you have the tail. You need the tail to pull the redirect out. So let's pretend this is me clipping it to my lower D, and now I'm ready to descend. So I've got my climbing device, whether it be a rope wrench, an akimbo, a unisender, uh, a Rope Runner Pro, you name it, or whatever you're using, it's on this strand right now. And you're then going to descend to the ground. And once you get there, now you're ready to pull your redirect out. And the way you're going to do that is it's very simple. And watch this while I pull this so you can see what's happening. I'm not sure I have the best angle, but I hope you can see at least part of what's going on. Now I'm just going to pull this, and it's just going to come right off. What's cool about this redirect is that you can also tie it around a spar. So if you don't have any unions available and you want to descend off of a spar, all you're going to do, same thing, pull out a big bite, bring it around your spar, and then same thing, you're going to tie 1/2 hitch so I've got 1/2 hitch, and then I'm going to tie another 1/2 hitch, and then I'm going to tie one last 1/2 hitch. So I've got my 3 1/2 hitches around the spar. The redirect is, this part of it is complete. You're going to make sure this is really cinched down around the tree, and then you're going to take, same thing, you're going to take a carabiner, either just a carabiner, a pulley beaner, or a pulley and a carabiner, and you're going to feed down your climb line until it reaches the ground. You're going to capture this strand with the pulley or the carabiner or the pulley beaner, put the carabiner through, put the carabiner onto this strand here between your main tie-in point and your redirect. Take the tail with you, unless you're going straight down and you fed the tail down with the climb line. So I'm going to connect this to my lower D. Now I'm ready to climb. Obviously, it goes without saying, and I haven't mentioned it because it seems pretty obvious. While you're installing this, you're going to need to switch between your, putting your weight on your climb line and applying your weight to your lanyard. So right now I'd be clipped in with my lanyard, and then now I'd shift all my weight to this strand here, and then I'd undo my lanyard, or yeah, ease my body weight onto this strand with my lanyard, and then descend to the ground. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm just going to grab these two strands here and pull. And now you have your rope back. This has been the BEASTHORN Retrievable Redirect for SRS climbing. I hope you found this to be interesting. This is easily my favorite retrievable redirect. It requires almost no gear, and any climber out there is going to have all these things ready to go, ready to spare, ready to use. It's simple, easy, intuitive, and fast, and effective. So I hope I've sold you on this. Go out there, give it a try. If you haven't already, check out some of my other videos. I've got all kinds of hitch how-tos, not tutorials, and climbing videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.